This is Scott from KIG. It's January 30th, 2014 in our shop here in Clinton, Mass, as we're walking by several chillers to get to the one we're going to video today. This here is our 2006 AEC/Sterling 30-ton split air-cooled chiller system, 460 volts. We've done what we don't think anybody else would really do the trouble of doing, especially with a remote condenser setup. We've gone ahead and connected it up inside our shop here. We have the discharge line for the refrigerant going back to the chiller here, and the liquid line, which is slightly smaller. We will ship this with the refrigerant ball valve that's here. That's 7/8, I believe. And this is a 1 3/8 for the actual discharge line. When we're done testing, we'll probably cut and cap them off approximately here. And there's a lot of noise in the background, by the way. There's multiple manufacturing endeavors going on in here. The corresponding ball valve lines on the chiller side, one is there and one is there. We're on the back of the chiller unit right now. This is just the sight glass for the fluid level. And here's our inlet and outlets. This is our to process line, and this is our from process line. This chiller has a brand new manufactured stainless steel reservoir tank with a lid, and it does have fluid in it right now. And it is fully insulated. This here is our 7.5 horsepower process pump. So this is a process pump and a recirculation pump. We take our suction out of the tank, and then that goes right back out to the process. And at the same time, we're receiving some of the chilled fluid here from the 2 horsepower flow of the recirculation pump. That's coming out of our brazed plate heat exchanger there. That's our flow switch. That's our hot gas bypass valve. Let's walk around the other side of the chiller here. We have our 2 15 horsepower Copeland compressors. Both of them have heater bands. It's good before you ever start this chiller up to make sure you have power to the unit for several hours. Let those heater bands provide some heat to the bottom of the compressor area. The chillers are connected in tandem from an oil point of view. That's an oil sight glass there. The refrigerant sight glass, while we're talking about sight glasses, is right there. It's a nice green color. There's another solenoid valve here. That's just if the unit shuts down. That will also shut down and close the refrigerant lines leading out to the condenser. And here's our dryer, the refrigerant lines. This here is our 2 horsepower recirculation pump. There's the suction side coming out of the bottom of the tank. That comes up. You see those arrows? That comes up into the top of the brazed plate heat exchanger here. This is where you have the Y strainer, which we've checked and cleaned, but you should do that regularly also. Coming over to our remote air-cooled condenser. This is the inside of the control panel here. This is our pressure switch. It's nice that it has this, because this is going to be capable of low ambient operation outside. And we have the variable speed drive with a P66 electronic fan speed control. That controls one of the 2 fans. It happens to be the single phase fan, which is this one here, which is also the one that comes on whenever any compressor is running. And this here is our 3-phase fan, which will come on demand. Inside our control cabinet here, you have all the relays and contactors, overloads, controller transformer. This here is the high-low safety thermostat. That's preset. If it gets to a dangerously high or low temperature, it'll shut off. In here is some various timers, some related to the alarm, but this one here is important because that's the low ambient delay timer. So when this thing first starts up, it's not going to go off on any type of low pressure for the first minute or two until flow starts occurring and the system, I guess, warms up, if you will. Particularly ideal in a low ambient application. And then we have our outside control panel here with the set point E5CK Omron control and all the indicators and alarms, as well as an audible and flashing alarm. So our next video, I'm going to power this up, and when I do, you'll probably hear a brief alarm until the water flow satisfies the alarm sensor requirements.